This is Ruger LCP Max Defensive Ammo Test 1. Before we hit the range, I'm going to point out that we're only going to show you a handful of chronograph rounds fired for each ammo. That was to save time. We did fire more rounds than what are shown in this video. Now let's hit the range.
909. 9, is that 10 or 18?
910.
We hit the thing.
849, that's more believable. It's a do 01.
Duplicate. $891 and a failure. 871. 867. 906. 917. And 892.
These chronograph results come with the standard caveats that no two chronographs are identical, and the results can be affected by various factors such as ambient temperature and barometric pressure. For the Sierra Outdoor Master and the 90 grain projectile, we got an average velocity of 936 feet per second. This translated to approximately 175 foot-pounds of energy. For the Magtech ammo with its 95 grain projectile, we got an average velocity of 897 feet per second, and that translated to approximately 169 foot-pounds of energy. With what I'm calling my random reloads, which had a 90 grain projectile, we had an average velocity of 880 feet per second, and this translated to 154 foot-pounds of energy. And finally, for the Hornady critical defense ammo with its 90 grain projectile, we had an average velocity of 917 feet per second, which translated to 168 foot-pounds of energy. Now how about more range time for an accuracy comparison?
Failure.
Now here you can see the results of that accuracy comparison. The Sierra Outdoor Master is the left-hand target, the Magtech ammo was the center target, and the Hornady Critical Defense is the right-hand target. None of these targets have what I would call a group on them of the 10 shots. I mean, it's like kind of like a shotgun pattern, if you will, low left in general. It'd probably feel more comforting to me, the shooter, if I was looking at a different target instead of, say, the 8-inch circle. You know, maybe they would look better to the viewer or to me if we were shooting at, say, a silhouette target on this defensive review. But I'm trying not to get YouTube to hide my video, so we went with, you know, our standard splatter targets on this one. With regard to accuracy, I don't think one ammo was, you know, significantly more or less accurate than the other. It appears as though the Magtech and the High Sierra, I was more accurate on these targets, though on a different day, you know, they would, you know, look basically the reverse. In general, I shoot the LCP Max a little low left of bullseye, pretty much no matter what ammo I'm shooting with, at least in my tests thus far. Now let's move on to the meat target, And for the meat target, we're only going to do 2 meat targets because, well, they're expensive and we have a limited supply of ammo as well. And so what we did is we picked out basically the 2 best of this lot, which we thought was the Sierra Outdoor Master and the Critical Defense. So now we are going to do a meat target test with both of those. Hope you enjoy. Oh, and one more thing. I'm going to show you how our meat target is composed. You'll probably notice some similarities from some better channels that inspired our meat target. Ours isn't identical because, well, components are expensive, and I figured this was close enough based on, previous tests. Anyway, again, I hope you enjoy. Here is going to be the setup of our meat target and then shooting it. Don't forget to like and subscribe so Freddy gets his biscuits.
Alright, let me show you how we are making our version of the meat target. We have ribs that we are going to put in a pant leg of a sweat pant. Now inside the ribs, to simulate internal organs like lungs, we have a bag of oranges. And then we have a t-shirt that we are going to put that in. We're going to test out how well 380 penetrates. Here we go. There we go. We're going to hang this from our gong stand in the bag, which you could say the bag would be like if someone was wearing an undershirt. And then the last item here is a heavy winter coat that we have.
Take a moment to give a shout out to the friends, family, and supporters of the channels, as well as awesome facilities like Daryl's Indoor Gun Range and Banner Shooting Range that help make videos like this possible. Thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
Now here we go. 3 shots. Hopefully I have good aim because the jacket is bigger than our meat target. Here we go. We are getting ready to reset our meat target, and after our first shots, you can see here's where the 3 impacts through the jacket. It was crossed around the back. Here you can see the 3 holes out what would have been the back of the jacket all the way through the meat target. Now the arm was crossed where it hit into the arm, and we did recover 1 projectile that fell out of the jacket when we opened up to reset our meat target. Okay. All right. Whoa, look at that. This is definitely, this is one.
Yeah, keep that. We want to get a picture of that.
Okay, here is our first meat target from the High Sierra ammo. Now, if we look at the bag, we can see there are holes low on the bag. It looks like we would have gone through at this diagonal angle, which is good. Well, let's go to the inside. Okay, so do we have any impacts in the lung tissue? Look at that. One completely pulverized orange in the bag. Now there is orange pulp in the bottom. Let's pull our ribs out here. Okay, look at this. We have a hole here, we have a hole here. We have orange matter dripping off. Let's see, do we have anywhere that the ribs were hit? Not that I can tell. I think we passed... Nope, that's a broken rib right there. So this one was hit, broken. That would have been, I think, on the rear side. Let's see if we get anything that falls out of the bag besides pulp. I don't think so, since we had all through and throughs. Okay. So one broken rib, all three through, and we did recover one projectile. We'll try to get this on camera. Here is the one projectile that we recovered of the three. As you can see, no visible evidence of expansion.
The one round we did recover showed no signs of expansion or otherwise deformation.
Now this was the second target we fired on. Our coat fell off after 2 shots, so we had to reset. We shot a total of 7 shots. I think only 5 might have went through the bag. As you can see here, we got major damage. It has blown t-shirt material through the bag. We have holes on all sides. Let's go inside the bag. I'm going to cut this down the side to make it easier. Okay. You can see there's a couple. Oh yes, we definitely put some hits on it. Oh, you can see orange lung material has been blown out of the... Oh, look at this. You'll want to zoom in to see this. In the bottom of the t-shirt, we have at least 2 recovered projectiles. We'll set these aside. Let's see what else we have here. I had a feeling we might recover some projectiles. The Eat, Drink, and Bill Murray shirt is now Swiss cheese. No other projectiles captured in the bottom of our t-shirt bag. Now let's move into our sweatshirt. Okay, here we have 2 completely obliterated oranges. I mean, this one looks like it went through the juicing machine. Into our meat target. Okay, this has... I am going to speculate one of the ones that we stopped hit this rib here. This rib is not shattered at all. This feels like a broke rib. I think this is broke. Yes, you can see bone shards out the back. Yeah, that's a broken rib right there. That's a broken rib right there. One more recovered projectile in our sweatshirt. I think that's it. Now we did also recover just behind the target this bullet, which was, you can see it was covered in cotton. So this fell outside of the jacket when we opened up the jacket behind the target. And then 3 of the other, so we have 1 outstanding projectile basically.
Here are the 4 rounds recovered. We have 1 round with very good expansion, 1 I would say with decent expansion, 1 with minimal expansion, and 1 with no evidence of expansion at all. Now again, all 4 of these were stopped either inside the target or fell outside the jacket when we opened it up. So I would say that is good in terms of minimizing collateral damage if that's a concern that you have. So I hope you found that video useful. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.